This is a Fox 17 Weather Ready Alert.
Hello, West Michigan. I'm Fox 17 Weather Ready meteorologist Terry DeVore joining you live here on this Wednesday morning. A return to winter on this Wednesday from Holland to downtown Grand Rapids. An Arctic cold front now marching off to our south. And these temperatures, we came on the air at 5 o'clock this morning with a current temperature of 38 degrees. We're down to 30 now, so below freezing, at freezing in Allegan, below freezing in Ionia, Holland. Points off to the north are already down into the 20s, and that cold Arctic air is going to continue to drop in from the north, making that changeover in precipitation and creating the potential for a flash freeze event in some of those untreated surfaces as well. So something certainly to consider, especially if you're traveling through a rural area. Overall, the Arctic cold front has dropped southward, and so that is the leading edge of this sharply colder air mass that will be with us. And over the next several days, really for the foreseeable future, our temperatures will now be below average. So Arctic air arrives with falling temps, increasingly gusty winds. This afternoon we're going to have winds gusting in excess of 35 to almost 40 miles per hour. We'll have lake effect snow showers, and in those areas with the heavy snow bands, just because of how cold the temperatures are, that snow is going to be that fine powdery snow, so a lot of blowing and drifting, creating near whiteout conditions in some places. Widespread snow will be possible again with an upper level system that'll be moving through for all of us later Thursday night into early Friday. Here is a look at the future track in terms of the snow that we're expecting once again with this initial push of precipitation. Hart, more than a foot of snow. You can see that area juts out into Lake Michigan, so we get that free flow of air crossing the Lake Michigan waters, also extending down into extreme southwest lower Michigan from southern Van Buren down into Cass and Berrien counties, and that's where we do have a winter storm warning in effect. It's a little surprised actually that Oceana County has not been upgraded to a winter storm warning, but nonetheless a widespread heavy snow and blowing snow will be a huge issue in those areas. Feels like readings currently, well, we're in the teens and 20s, but areas to the north already have wind chills that are down in the single figures, and by this afternoon all of us will have wind chills down into the single figures, below zero wind chills overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then those wind chills should be back into the teens, low teens as we head through tomorrow afternoon. A look at the future track, and you can see again why we're looking at those hefty snow totals in those areas where the land juts out over Lake Michigan and right around the foot of the lake, and that's because of that northwesterly wind that will be bringing us into those very heavy snow bands. Well, inland areas even see some sunshine as a potential. Now keep in mind that we're all going to be experiencing the super cold temperatures, even if you do happen to see some sunshine today. As we head into tomorrow night and into the early part of the day Friday, this next batch of moisture comes our way. Widespread snow, at least a couple of inches, even making it into our inland areas, and then that system clears out, and it will be a few more rounds of lake effect snow showers for the weekend into early next week. Here is the look at the setup here. You see that most of the moisture for all of the Great Lakes will be lake effect, with once again some very hefty totals in areas along and west of US 131. That 7-day forecast then will be featuring a continuation of the unseasonably cold air and even colder air that streams in by the end of the weekend into early next week by Monday and Tuesday. Highs in the teens, lows in the single figures, and that 8 to 14-day outlook, the warm air across the southern United States, and this is almost through the end of January. We keep a lot of really cold air flowing into the northern part of the country from the northern plains to the Great Lakes and northeast, so that means that winter is here to stay for a while.